So this is a quick run through the Renfrew County Biotabase. This Biotabase has been developed as a partnership between the Pembroke area field naturalists, the Ottawa River Institute, and Bird Studies Canada. So you see from the URL, this is actually hosted on Bird Studies Canada's server. I'm automatically logged in as Ole Hendrickson here. I'm president of the Ottawa River Institute. And you can see on the left the menu for the various features. If I were to log out, you'll see that some of these features disappear. One of the more interesting features that still is available to the general public is the seasonal bar charts. And these bar charts are a record of the observations that have been contributed to date by citizen science observers for the Biotabase. This is just taking a minute to come up, and you can see that starting with we have currently 474 species, starting with birds, common birds like the Canada goose that occur almost year-round, and rare species like the Ross's goose are in here too. Now, the first step, if you want to contribute to the Biotabase, is to register. So let's click register as a new user. Here you would add your login name, password, and some additional contact information. Now I'm already registered, so I can use features like the submit data here in the submit data form. You would do 4 things that are key to any observation. This would be enter the decimal coordinates, where you've seen your species, the day you've seen it, your name, and the actual species. To get to the species, we have a series of checklists for you here. And this is the bird checklist. It's quite long. There's also the option of pulling up any number of other checklists. This is an all taxa inventory, so we've included things like fish, reptiles, even ants are in this Biotabase. Let's say that we saw a chickadee in Pembroke. Here we found the box for the black-capped chickadee. Let's say we've seen one chickadee here. And you can see that there's the option of adding comments. Perhaps this black-capped chickadee was in a white cedar. We go up to the top here. We could say something in here, chickadee seen in white cedar. But we also have the option of including the fact that we saw a white cedar as well. This is a very nice feature. We can use the expanded search, and if I click search here, it finds the white cedar from the checklist of trees, so we can add that one too. One detail that we haven't done yet is describe where we saw this chickadee in the white cedar. And a very nice feature for this is to go to Google Map and to actually map our location. Here we are in all North America. Let's just move the Google Map cursor. The main thing I want to point out here is that you can watch the coordinates change here, the latitude and longitude, and when we've got the cursor right where it should be, we can transfer these coordinates. They'll show up in the survey description, and we can save and finish the form for that particular observation. Once we've added our observations, then we can see what we've added and what other people have added by going to the review data site. what we'll get here is a long list of all the 5,000 odd observations to date that have been contributed to the biotabase, some of which have been finalized, some of which pending finalization. Another feature of the biotabase is the ability to download information. The downloading process is actually very quick. Since this is on the Bird Studies Canada website, there are quite a number of databases, but we're interested in the Renfrew County Biotabase. So first step is to select our biotabase data, the biotabase database, and then we can move fairly quickly here through a series of additional steps. Search to select data to download. You'll see that we have 5,800 odd records, and access level for the biotabase is 5, which means that these data are open to the whole public. So if we click on download, we have to indicate that we have read and understand the Nature Counts data sharing policy. For this particular database, as I said, it's really open to everybody, so there are basically no real restrictions on this. And but Bird Studies Canada would like to know who's downloading it and what they're planning to use it for. Once a file is ready for download, you click on this icon, go ready for download. Okay, here we've gotten this compressed zipped file with all the records of the biotabase. We have to unzip this in order to work in software that you may have on your computer, like Excel. If you don't have software to unzip files, that it's available free on the internet. Just Google zipped folder and you'll be able to get that software. Now once you have the unzipped the file, then you can work with a program such as Microsoft Excel. Okay, here we have the text file. I'm going to see if we can open this now in Excel and see what happens. Now you can see that the observations are in much more of a form that are useful. Chris Michener put the very first observation in was the prairie warbler, Dendroica discolor, and he did it, I think, partly as a test. And you'll see that the entry date was actually, this is a specimen in the Canadian National Collection from 1900. It was collected at the Traymore Cliffs on May 11th, and Chris is showing us the collector here because he put this record in the biotabase. And you can see now we have all 5,000 odd records in a Excel spreadsheet, and you can do the sorts of sorting and filtering and finding and selecting that you would normally do with a database of this type. And as I say, you can find records that you've input, you can find just the Lepidoptera or whatever. So as you see, this is a fairly powerful database, and when it's brought into a spreadsheet software like Excel, there's a lot that can be learned about the biota of Renfrew County. Well, that's pretty much it, I think, for the Renfrew County biotabase. There's a user's guide which goes through this information on the web, on the biotabase website, and if you have questions, we have also the contact information for Rob Cunningham, who's the biotabase coordinator.